What's up, my Triple Loving YouTube friends? Standing in front of the three most beautiful, gorgeous wedge sleds I have actually laid eyes on right now. Collection of John's. John's our neighbor up north at our cabin. We met a few years ago and we hit it off right away. He already had some Polaris triples. I had a few. Trenton had a few. We had a few. And we start talking and trading stories and we hit it off like that, and we've been best friends since. And John this summer decided, I gotta sell a couple of my triples because of my rebuilt shoulders, my rebuilt hips, my knees. He says, I need electric start, reverse. He says, I can't pull these big old triples over anymore. And I said, I'll give you a hand selling them. And so I decided I'm not gonna sell them until November though, right before winter. Well, Matt drops me an email the other day. Hey, love the channel. I started watching your channel ever since the Centurion wet basement was ripping up your backyard. I love it, and I'm looking for a nice clean wedge. And I said, well, I know of a couple. I can give you first in line, your pick, and we'll go through the sleds and I'll explain what we got going on. But Matt did pick this one here, 97 RMK.
Yep, I've always loved Polaris triples. I've never had a Polaris triple. I've had Polaris sleds, twin cylinders, but I always wanted a triple. A friend of mine way back in the mid 90s had this same sled right here, late 90s, and had a chance to drive it. Loved the sled, just never had a chance to pull the trigger on one. So I started watching Todd's YouTube channel probably 4 years ago, something like that, 4 or 5 years ago. Just reinvigorated my love for Polaris triples. His passion is infectious. So I reached out to Todd and said, help me find a good one. So we found this beautiful XLT RMK. I'm really excited. Can't wait to get it in my shop and then ride it this winter. I hope we get snow this winter.
We're all hoping for snow. And Matt originally came here to look at one of these sleds over here. And I'm gonna explain what is so unique about these two XLTs over here. But this was an after fact that I actually sent them later on after we started talking about these ones. And then I sent them, hey, John's actually got this one he's gonna let go also, because once again, no reverse, no electric start. Would you be interested in this one? He says, yeah, let me come up there and take a look and we can figure it out once I get there. So once he looked them over, the reason he chose this one is these two over here were actually dealer demo sleds. Looking at the serial numbers, they're 11 digits apart. These two sleds have always been together. They're siblings. They came off the assembly line so close together, and they've always been together at a dealer and then in a person's collection that had these things. And like I said, if you look at the codes, so close together. So I told Matt, I says, it's your pick. You pick whatever one you want. But with these two, they have such extremely, extremely low miles. This one's sitting at 306 miles. And the one over here is sitting at 205 miles. So these sleds are basically new, and it would be so hard to even ride them, put miles on them with such low miles. I ain't telling somebody that can't ride them, but we'd really love to see them stay together and keep the miles off of them as much as a guy could. Maybe for some short rides here and there, but whatever. They only have that low of miles one time in their life, and they're still got the low miles on them. So I'll get back to John. John's seen these for sale, what, a year and a half ago? Was it when you bought them? So yeah, John's seen them. He drove over to Wisconsin, and when he gets there, he sees on the guy's fridge.
The day before my shoulder surgery.
Yeah. So he gets there, and he sees a sticker, a Todd Klein YouTube sticker on the guy's fridge, and he says to the guy, hey, how'd you get that sticker? And the guy says, oh, well, the Sleds has this trash can on it. So John proceeds to tell him the story about how we're neighbors, and they hit it off. John ended up buying the sleds, and they're just absolutely amazing. And you've never even rode them.
No, I just drove them out of the trailer and put them in the garage.
Yeah.
That was it.
They do look beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I think we're going to have Trenton walk through. They've been all sitting for over a year and a half. We put fresh gas in them this morning. We siphoned out all the other gas, put fresh gas in. We did fire them all. They all fired up. So I think we'll have Trenton get them all fired up. Matt could probably fire up the one that he owns down there, and Trent will fire up the other two. All right, let's put the hoods back down. All right, so Matt bought that 97, so that puts these two 96s still for sale. I put them on Facebook this morning. I'm going to be posting this video later this afternoon. These two 96s are still available. $3,500 each. They're time capsules. They're absolutely amazing. They're extremely clean, extremely. Like I said, they were dealer demos. They sat at dealerships. Yeah, people got on and off of them. The only flaw in them is this one here. A light fell in, when this thing was sitting in storage, a light fell down on the seat. So yep, there's a patch underneath there, but we haven't taken the tape off to see what's going on underneath there. So that's the issue with that one. And it looks like they repainted the running board and stuff. I'm guessing, you know, people getting on and off them, and when they're at a dealership, they probably scratched them or wore them down or whatever, you know, that maybe they're sitting in a gravel parking lot and people are getting on with gravel on their boots. For some reason, someone repainted the grip parts of the running boards. But yeah, I mean, otherwise I look around them and everything tells me that they're both extremely low mile sleds. It just doesn't happen. So, like I said, that's a very nice sled too. Matt is the proud owner of it now.
Thanks.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
John, my best neighbor up north. So there you go, guys. Nice, beautiful XLTs. Get a hold of me, email me. I'll put my email in the description below. And if you're interested in one of these 96s, get a hold of me. Thanks, guys.